Did you know I used to cry after bedtime? Not because the day was hard, but because I felt like I failed again. I lost my patience. I didn't play with my kids enough. I snapped at my husband. So I would just lay there at night, marinating in the guilt. But one day, I made a decision that changed everything. I stopped performing. And I started mothering in a way that actually worked for me. And now, I feel unrecognizable. And not because the dishes are done or because my meals are just suddenly amazing, but because I like who I am again. If that feels impossible to you right now, give yourself 3 months. You can feel shockingly different starting today. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I broke out of the cycle: guilt, comparison, exhaustion. It's a cycle that kept me second guessing every decision I ever made as a mom. So you are going to learn how to cook like you, how to homemake like you, and how to parent like you, so that you can stop chasing someone else's version of motherhood and finally actually find peace in the way that God created you personally. Motherhood has always been hard, but right now, the pressure is suffocating. We are bombarded 24/7 by what other moms are doing. This cleaning hack that changed everything, or this new bedtime routine that just works every single time, recipes we should be trying. And all of that noise, it is just sneaking into your already overloaded to-do list. You're not failing. You're drowning in expectations that were never meant for you. And when you're already feeling behind, what do? You try to do more. Try to prove that you're enough. But that hustle doesn't bring peace. You've probably found that. It just makes you doubt everything that you're doing. Comparison doesn't just steal joy, it rewires your brain to feel like you're never enough. And that's why this shift matters so much. If we haven't met yet, I'm Cassie. I am a certified life coach. I am a mom of 3 kids, and I have been a stay-at-home mom for 13 years. I became a coach after years of laundry piles and nose wiping and just burnout, wondering why the thing that I wanted more than anything felt so heavy. I know what it's like to do everything right and still feel like you're falling short. That's why I care so much about helping moms find peace and confidence right in the middle of the mess. Wherever they're at, there is confidence to be found. And it's not found by doing more, but by finally mothering the way that God designed you to. So let me show you the cycle that I was stuck in. Guilt, comparison, exhaustion. If you don't recognize it, it will run your life. And it will drain every ounce of peace from your home. So picture me, 20-something Cassie, Saturday morning. I had planned to clean my whole house before my in-laws came over for dinner, but the kids were grumpy, the laundry wasn't done, it was 11 a.m., and I hadn't even started yet. So cue the guilt, right? I should have gotten up earlier. Other moms would not have even let their house get this bad. Then came comparison. My friend always has fresh flowers on her table and a spotless kitchen. Why can't I do that? So I pushed harder. Skipped quiet time. Boy, was that a mistake. Barked at my kids. Felt terrible about that later. Shoveled down my lunch. Ran around like a crazy person. And by the time my in-laws showed up, I was empty. Shock, I know. Couldn't even enjoy the visit. That's the cycle. Guilt says that you're not doing enough. Comparison says everyone else is doing it better. And then exhaustion comes from trying to fix both of those things. And it's a cycle that you cannot win ever, unless you step out of it completely. For me, that started in the kitchen. Nothing made me feel like a failure faster than dinner time. Deep down, I really truly believed that a good mom had freezer meals stacked for weeks, made everything from scratch, loved trying new recipes, but batch prepping stressed me out. The food stressed me out. Even eating the food stressed me out. The whole thing stressed me out. And sometimes I would want to buy some store-bought rolls, let's say, but I literally would not let myself because I could and should make them. And then how many times did I get suckered into trying a new recipe only to choke it down for one meal and then throw the rest away? Oh man, it just wasn't me. And it was sucking the life right out of me, the way I was showing up in the kitchen. But when I started cooking like me, my whole motherhood felt lighter. And I stopped asking, what is everyone else doing? Because I was so concerned about what everyone else was doing. And I actually started asking, what works for me? For my values, for my season, for my personality. For some moms, that's going to be sourdough. For others, it's going to be quesadillas. Again, and both are totally valid. Your kitchen doesn't have to look like hers. It just has to serve your family without burning you out. That's the key. Next up was my home. I used to vacuum probably minimum 3 times a day, not because it mattered, but because I thought that's what a good mom did. The crumbs, you guys. Like, a good mom never has crumbs on her floor, right? But the more I cleaned, the less peace I felt. My house looked fine, but I was angry. Like, actually angry, resentful, exhausted. Homemaking was running my life. But when I started homemaking like me, I finally felt this shift. I didn't want to micromanage my kids to never make messes. I didn't want to spend all my time making things perfect. So I created rhythms and systems that actually worked for my life, not necessarily for Pinterest. Okay, I'm a Pinterest nerd all the way. Suddenly, it wasn't about how the house looked. It was about how we felt in it. Performance stopped being the goal, and peace became the goal. And once I stopped performing in my home, it freed me up to actually parent differently too. So let me tell you something. Being a mom meant everything to me. I babysat all growing up. I always wanted to be a mom. I got a degree in human development to prepare for that. I devoured parenting books like candy. I just wanted to get it all right. But the more advice I followed, the less connected I felt. So in the years, I have tried no bedtime. Allow for your, child-led autonomy and let them listen to their own bodies. They don't need a schedule. Well, whether it's good or not, whether I believe that or not, mama needed a schedule, if you know what I mean. Unschooling philosophies, I ran into the same hiccups. Co-sleeping so we can bond more. Oh my word. I was so miserable trying to fit all those different molds because I wasn't parenting from my gut and what felt good and right. I was parenting from fear that I wasn't enough or that it wasn't the right way. And when I finally started to parent like me and tap into how God actually just naturally made me, everything shifted. My kids did not need me to be perfect. They just needed me to be present. They needed me to trust the way that God made me, that was for a reason and that was on purpose. And once I did that, I started enjoying my kids and enjoying myself. When you cook like you, when you homemake like you, when you parent like you become someone you barely recognize and you delight yourself. Not because your home is spotless or the meals are gorgeous or your kids are little robots, but because your soul is settled. Peace doesn't come from doing more. It comes from doing what God actually created you to do. And that looks different for all of us. And that's what I help moms figure out. And it's what I am covering in depth in my free masterclass that's coming up. You can feel shockingly different in just a few months. So I would recommend taking each one of these categories, starting right now, today, 1 month at a time. 3 categories, 3 months, right? Cooking, homemaking, parenting. It all starts with stepping out of that cycle and stepping into you. You don't need to worry about everyone else. You need to worry about you. Grab my free ebook to get on the email list. You are amazing just as you are, and I'll see you soon.